Hello. Okay, what's shaking, James?
What's shaking? Kids. Another day in the dad book.
That's good. One at a time.
Hmm.
Ah, yeah.
I was mesmerized by the idea that, I'm going to play a video game.
I mean, I wouldn't watch the television. It's all commercials. I think there's more sophistication to it than meets the eye, and I think that plays into its weird development and release. Is
It
that not Tim
absolutely
Roth?
is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. When I had described my character to Ben, I said, imagine young Tim Roth, his facial features and how he looks physically as a human being, but then give him the panache and styling of uh
Mel Gibson,
no, the other one.
Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, that's right.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Excellent. Yeah, I just woke up, so wake up. I look much softer actually on. Yeah, that's right.
Just the shadow. Black cars, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Look better in the shade.
Oh, dudes.
Man,
Cheers.
Cheers.
cheers. What you drinking tonight, Pete?
This is a 12-year-old Atoshan, which is a Glasgow Scotch.
I am
James.
into the clear liquors this evening. I made a pair of Vesper martinis.
Very
Yeah.
good. Very good. I'm drinking Carlsberg. There's not any beer here.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met up with Pan Am and did her first.
Um,
Hmm.
um, it's a good time for sure, and I am very much anticipating release material.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. We ate spaghetti tonight.
Spaghetti.
Meow. Oh, I got you.
What do you got? Some kind of pussycat there? Sure. Hey, Ben.
Hey,
Hello,
Ben.
Hello,
James.
Ben.
Hello, James. And Peter. Gang's all here. Christmas gang.
Cheers.
What are you into
Cheers.
there, Ben?
This is Douglas Lang's Scallywag. A nice Speyside blend.
Nice. I'm into an Atoshan 12-year.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Very soft.
Fucking Scotch dorks.
You stupid Scotch dorks.
Scotch dorks over here.
Look at me. I drink a man's drink out of a fancy glass.
Hey.
Bourbon's a man's drink.
Yeah, but I don't drink it so much since your last visit, Ben.
Since I killed you with bourbon.
Well, we do it to ourselves.
James, are you toting?
I cannot live dry. No, I'm
He
having a
drinks for
martini
the
this
government.
evening. I do drink for the government. Daddy drank for the government.
Blast me with scent particles.
Cool. Well, shall we dive right in, guys?
Yeah.
We left the party members as they were feasting and drinking a little bit. And I'll put it to the party members to tell me how much each of you were drinking.
So yeah, Bolo does what he always does, and they had a guest at the table, so he drank way too much.
Artemis?
Artemis would have tried not to offend anybody. I wouldn't say he
Yeah.
went full donkey. I would say that he probably drank enough to be polite with his new compatriots, but at a certain point in the evening, started ordering water.
Very prudent. Roland?
Probably had 2, and then that was it.
Anyways.
Cool.
Bolo, I'll have you roll yourself your Constitution saving throw for your hangover.
Bada bing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Okay.
It's just bad.
Well, yeah.
Me bleeding head.
Bolo arrives in the common room first. Triano is there when you get up, Bolo. Master Bolo, a good morning to you. You were in fine feckle last night as usual. Breakfast, I assume, and beverage.
I'll have a dog's breakfast. That's the saying, isn't it? Dog. Here, I'll eat some dog's hair. Thank you, Triano. And 3 men's breakfasts. Thank you very much.
Smiling widely, he disappears into the kitchen. Roll in a second.
Okay, so I'll come over and take my staff and kind of knock him a couple of times on the forehead. Anything in there?
Oh, now, buzzing bee, Roland. Don't need you making it any angrier.
What do you make of this new friend of ours?
He seems a trustworthy fellow. We'll see if he knows
Yes.
his way around a forest and a cup.
Strange fellow, but I kind of like him.
At this time, Artemis is descending the stairs, and Triano is emerging from the kitchen, carrying a large tray with breakfast in one hand. And he comes over and setting plates of bacon, eggs, fresh fruit, and some kind of watered fruit beverage in front of the place settings, and then takes himself away back behind the bar.
Well, I have to admit I'm used to a little bit simpler fare from the academy, but this is a pleasant surprise.
All right then, about this pledge.
Down to business.
Yeah, Roland, what are we supposed to do again?
That's a good question. To the attention of the travelers, Master Bolo and Roland. Oh, no, this is the old pledge.
Oh, that's
Right on
Silviano's
that one.
pledge, Roland. What are you doing?
These three items, the spruce root should not be a problem, nor the cedar buds. Those are easily acquired. Of course, the ceramic cup, we're going to have to travel a bit for that. But before we leave town, I do need to stop in at Silviano's and retrieve my machete.
At the mention of Silviano's name, Triano bends across the bar and says, "Ah, fellows, your companions woke early. Mentioned to me they were going to see Silviano, so perhaps you'll see them there."
What do you say, boykies? We go see Silviano. Get down to business.
We do need to pay.
Triano, noise. We'll be back.
Well, let us proceed to Silviano's. What can I say about our little adventure?
Sorry, we were approaching the outpost. Real quiet. Roland is like, hey, we gotta go slow, right? And I was like, oh, we don't need to go slow. Killed them all. That's a fine piece of work, aye, Roland?
And the mysterious fellow with the dark cloak. Neither of you encountered him directly.
He made an impression on Matzo and Dan, that's for sure.
Indeed. And he seems to have made an appearance at some point at Silviano's mine.
The party's just kind of strolling very slowly around the corner from the Flying Gull down towards Silviano's shop. The party finds itself outside the White Tiger Arms once again, and finds Silviano sitting with his boots up on the desk, picking his nails with a silver dagger.
Good morrow, Silviano. I came to inquire to see if the work on my blade has been completed.
I did finish it post haste. Allow me to retrieve it for you, Master Roland. Steps around the corner, and Roland hears the scrape of metal and the familiar sliding home of a leather sheath, and reappears with the familiar machete in its sheath and sets it on the countertop. Truly, you had yourself some fine metal that I just got to improve, so I appreciate the business.
Why, where'd you have those machetes made in the first place, Roland? Hey, where'd you get that fine metal?
These were my father's.
Oh, blimey. We're here today, Silviano, to inquire about your dealings with Matzo and Dan. You were visited by the two sailors this morning, weren't you, Silviano?
He strokes his beard for a few moments and says, "Well, it is not possible for anyone to have been here without my knowing. I've been here since the shop was open. Nary a soul has entered.
Leckers didn't come here at all. What's the game
Wait,
they're playing?
Alas, they have not been here. How well do you know this Matzo fellow?"
Oh, Roland, they couldn't have been pirates. They would have taken the opportunity to free their compatriots during our journey back to Contitia.
Do not forget, Matzo did say that he was going to visit his family as well. We will check back when we return.
Roland, maybe you could inquire about that shady fellow from the mine.
Yes, Silviano, have you on occasion done business with a Cenarian?
At the mention of the word, he visibly stiffens. A cold look crosses his face. "I must be frank, Master Roland. I do not deal with individuals from that country. I cannot forgive the dark pall that fell across the people of that land. They were once an incredible people, now cloaked in darkness."
Silviano, we shall take our leave.
The door of the shop closing behind the party, they find themselves in the alley.
Boykies, let's get on the road.
Yeah.
The party leaves by the western gate of the city, and they angle southwest on the Contatia Road, leading away from the silver mine. The Contatia Road narrows and begins to wend through canopies of deciduous trees, making something of a shaded tunnel for the road. And they press on through these woods until night begins to fall. As night's falling, the party stops by the side of the road and realizes that they're going to need to camp for the night before pressing on. And they find themselves kind of in a stand of trees next to the side of the road. Give her, Roland. Give her a survival. Find a nice place for the team. Bam! Comfy moss.
I'll go out and I'll set my traps.
What's Bolo doing?
He will immediately face plant and fall unconscious.
Artemis?
Perhaps a fire to warm ourselves this evening.
The way that Artemis is piling wood together is not in any way conducive to starting a fire at all. No structure, no tent with a cabin inside of it, no woodcraft knowledge whatsoever. He's just going to hurl a firebolt at it.
Boom!
Yeah, a nice crackling fire.
That is some trick, my friend.
The party tucks into their supper delivered by Roland most heartily and enjoy the quiet night, generally a pleasant, though dark night.
Do we feel we need to set a watch tonight?
Hey, you're the ranger, Roland. We're professional travelers here. Of course we're gonna set a watch. He's just joking, Artemis. Don't listen to Roland. Oh, he's such a cad, Roland. Always joking.
I'll have all of the party make a perception check. Bolo, as it's coming to the end of his watch, is getting kind of like a weird feeling. And it almost feels like the darkness is pressing in a little bit. Roland, having some troubling dreams, rolls over and rolls awake, becomes tuned in to this sort of strange feeling in the forest as well.
I'm going to cast Primeval Awareness to be aware of evil and dead.
Roland projects his ranger senses out into the night. To the south, his senses flare up, almost as if he can see it in the night, this shifting four-legged shape, 50 or 60 feet south of Roland, something dead that is approaching.
Bolo hefts his axe in one hand and takes off towards the west. I mean, the north.
Alrighty. Roll initiative.
Ooh. Whoa.
Ah, blimey, crikey business.
Party members prepare their battle senses. They see surrounding them a pack of wolves approaching,
Oh,
and that
shit.
distinct swirling mass of what they know to be a blink dog, which is a member of kind of the undead dog. We'll take 5 and say caca when you're back.
And if that doesn't work, maybe you better try a different aftershave lotion. Well, we've been taking a lot of calls here tonight, and we've got to dedicate this song out to a lot of special people, like to Mike from Lori out in Kailua. Mike, she says she loves you. To Frank from Noi. Hey, Frank, never mind, big guy. She says forget it. It's all over. And to Lisa on Maui from Timmy in Waimanalo. Timmy says he really misses you, Lisa. And to Sandy from Bob. You see, Sandy works way up in the top of the bank building, and Bob works way down below street level, but he says he's always looking up there, dreaming about his lady. Here's a special song for both of you. Space Scraper.
Look out, space scraper. 揺れゆく空を突き抜け Look out, space scraper. 都会を見下ろしたまま 吹き下ろす風に
Caca! A second ago, I was peeing. You guys had no idea. Pete, if you peed right now, we'd all know all about it.
I should get more scotch, but I have a feeling it's too far.
Call your, what are they called? Those lady servants? Wife? To get you more scotch. Laura, I need more scotch!
That scallywag's a little too smooth anyway. It's dangerous. Well, with these creatures of the night bearing down, Bolo's going to have the first turn.
Wolves again, rolling?
Bolo heaves his axe and it goes flying past the wolf.
Bolo will just charge straight on into melee range with the wolf.
Roland's turn is next.
So I'm gonna put my machetes away, pull my bow and a silver arrow, and go right for the blink dog.
Goes right by where its neck was.
Artemis, take your turn.
He raises his staff up above his head, utters an arcane string of words to upcast magic missile at a second level to the blink dog.
As Bolo's charging at the wolf leaps up to jump at Bolo's face. Oh!
Did he bite my face?
Bolo shoulder charges it in midair and it's lying prone.
It'll teach you to dodge me, X.
This wolf is gonna take a bitey bite at Bolo's back there
Not a bitey bite.
and is gonna get a good old chunk out of Bolo here. Roland just sees this wolf bounding on the edge of the fire towards him. It's gonna hit Roland. It gouges through his shoulder. The wolf from the west is going to make a running bite towards Artemis.
It's a rabid Leo DiCaprio.
Bolo is gonna grit his teeth and draw from his reserve of strength using second wind. There we go, 3 HP. Wonderful. Bolo curses in Orcish and holds his ground.
Roland.
I'll go to my blades.
So Roland does a cross slash. The first blow lands true, cutting a gash across the wolf, and you're holding your ground, I assume.
Hold my
Roland?
ground.
All right, Artemis.
Outnumbered.
We're outmanned. We gotta make an all-out stand.
Generals Washington. We are outgunned, outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned.
Yeah, let's hit him again. Fuck it. He's going to fire a firebolt at him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the blink dog stands its ground there. Well, Bolo is just receiving an onslaught of wolf bites. So the first one bites Bolo, throws it off, and the other one comes from the side and bites him again, and Bolo finds himself bowled over and goes prone. Two wolves leap at Roland simultaneously, jaws coming in. They dive on either sides of him. A third is bounding out of the woods and takes
Oh
a
my gosh.
jumping bite at him as well. 8 damage. Artemis, eyeing up this blink dog, sees it disappear out of his vision.
That's bad.
It appears right behind him and takes a bite.
Before you say what his results are,
Huh.
I'm going to use Portent to make whatever his roll is be a 4 instead.
Artemis hears a and uses his foresight. Artemis can see the bite coming for his leg and he just lifts it out of the way. So bounding out of the darkness comes
No, two
another
wolves!
wolf. And these two wolves are taking bites towards Artemis there.
We fucked.
Their snapping maws miss Artemis's legs, and we're gonna have Bolo's turn again.
He'll rally and he'll swing again.
Bolo lands clean. It barks out in pain.
I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike.
A rustling through the trees. He slashes. Boom! The head and body go flying backwards into the night.
Nicely done.
On my turn, I will. I guess it's kind of cheesy, but he's going to magic missile at a second level again.
Yeah,
so there's
baby.
I'm going to shoot 2 at the dog beside me, 2 at the dog in front of me, and they shoot all around like that.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. These wolves take these hits and look worse the wear from them.
Wearing 'em down. We're wearing them down.
Wolf swarming attack at Bolo. Here we go.
If these
Okay.
wolves start stacking up on each other and forming like Wolf Voltron, then we're in trouble.
Oh yeah, that'd be bad.
We're in
That'd be
trouble.
bad.
9 damage.
Bolo succumbs.
Bolo.
However, relentless endurance. Bolo grits his teeth, spits blood, and keeps his eyes open for one more round at least.
The wolves come again for Roland. Roland sees it coming and shushes it with his machete a bit. It mistimes its jump and it lands. It lands on the fire. The other wolf, however, takes a bite out of Roland. One wolf is writhing on top of the fire, and the other one takes a goodly chunk out of Roland's arm.
Aye, aye, aye.
Roland swings at the wolf in the fire, burns himself, his machete goes flying, slices the other wolf, gashes its neck open, then backhand slices the wolf on the flame, cuts open its chest, and it just expires, quickly becoming a bit of a conflagration itself.
Mulligan is going to fly down and alight on Bolo's shoulder. He casts Cure Wounds.
I feel invigorated.
The beasts around Artemis just start biting at him.
God damn it.
He manages to get the shield up just in time and survives this onslaught of wolf bites. Bolo is still in the fight, and it's his turn.
So that prone wolf is going to get it from Bolo.
Drives the sword right into the wolf's head and just splits its skull open. It is completely dead.
Roland's going to silver arrow at the blink dog.
The blink dog explodes into that powdery dark cloud that the party members had seen before. All right, Artemis.
Mind Sliver.
Its brain hurts. It's just mind fucked.
Dog brain.
Bolo is getting assaulted again by this wolf.
Bolo succumbs to his wounds. Passes
So-
out on the grind.
Biting on Bolo's
Still form.
still body there. Roland fires true, and the arrow embeds itself in the wolf's neck. And
Mulligan, seeing Bolo down on the ground, is going to swoop back down to the ground and land on his shoulder. He's going to pump another Cure Wounds into Bolo.
Aye, crikey, what's happening?
nowhere to go. Only wolves biting at you constantly. Roland lets fly with an arrow, and then the wolf just like collapses.
Okay, so Firebolt, so it'll be 5, so it'll be 10 damage.
Literally incinerates the wolf.
Jesus, Pete, holy cow.
He's got true sight or something, this guy. Yeah. Roland fires true and just pins the wolf's body to the ground. Totally dead.
With that, I'll just kind of fall to my knees. I'm like down to 1 hit point.
You're down to 1 hit
Boys, Jesus.
Just kind of leaning on my bow, like
I'm down to 4.
All right, and with that, we'll bookmark the chapter and pick it up next week with the aftermath of that.
Was some harrowing ass shit. Holy fudge. Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
James, for your flavor, the last time this happened, Roland was pinned down underneath a dock in the wharf, just getting stabbed by men.
Oh no.
That was awesome, guys. GG. Thank you very much. All right, boys. I'll see you next
All right.
week.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
see you next year. Good fight, guys. Peace
Bye.
and love.
Peace and love, guys. Peace and love.
Yeah.